Hello everybody, I welcome you all to Sanjeev Kapoor Khazana. I am Anupa and today I am going to show you a very nice tasty recipe which is requested by all of you. I am going to be showing you vegetable Manchurian. So let's start with a little bit of preparation here. Like you see, I have grated carrot, cauliflower and cabbage. What we are going to do is, we are going to first take it in a bowl. Let's take some grated cauliflower. We will add grated carrot to this and some cabbage. Now all the three vegetables have a lot of moisture in it, and since we are going to be making the small Manchurian balls, we need to fry them. Since there is so much of moisture, we will have to first make sure that we get rid of all the water which is there in the vegetables. So we add in a little bit of salt, and what you need to do is mix this well and leave it aside for 5 minutes. Why? Because when you apply salt to all these vegetables, it leaves water, and we are going to squeeze out all the excess water and then make small pakoras. So in the meanwhile, let's do something else. We will switch on our gas, and the oil has to be nice and hot. Now let's do one thing, squeeze out the water. So all the vegetables in this. If you can do it without the muslin cloth, no problem. You could do it that way also, but this is an easier way. Okay, you see this? So we will just squeeze this out as much as you can, apply as much strength as possible. We will leave this water here, and in the same bowl we will put this back. Okay. Okay, now there is no much water in this, but since we have added salt to this initially, we will not add more salt now. What we will add is maida, refined flour, about a tablespoon of refined flour, and maybe another tablespoon of cornstarch. Yeah, and let us add very little salt and some white pepper powder, about a quarter teaspoon of that. Okay. Now you see, when you are mixing this, whatever extra moisture which was left in the vegetables is binding well with the refined flour. Okay, now let us knead it well. Yeah. See this? We knead it like this. And we need to do is, we need to make small balls out of this and put it into hot oil. So we can do it directly here. You can make small size balls like this, and before you fry the entire batch, what you do is put one ball in this and see that it does not crack, because if there is so much of moisture, it may just crack and spoil the entire oil, but it is not happening. So let us put all the prepared Manchurian balls in this, and we will have to fry till it is nice and golden. Now this is veg Manchurian. If you are a non-vegetarian and you want to make chicken Manchurian, then what do? There are two ways that you can prepare this dish. One is you can use chicken mince, and one is where you can use boneless chicken. Chicken mince, you make small size mince balls and you fry it just like this with salt and pepper, or otherwise what you can do is get boneless chicken, boil it, and then just add it to the sauce. I am going to be showing you how to make the Manchurian sauce as well, but before that we need to first get these things ready. And what you have to make sure is, do not make this very big. These balls have to be small in size because they absorb a lot of sauce and they double up in size. So which is why you need to make it nice and small. So we are done with the Manchurian balls. After you add it to the oil, give it a nice stir. Make sure that you don't over stir it where you break these Manchurian balls. Manchurian balls are nice and golden. We will remove them on an absorbent paper. So my Manchurian balls are ready. If you are using chicken mince, you also need to fry till it is nice light golden in color. You can also make prawn Manchurian where you could use whole prawns or prawn mince, fish Manchurian with fish mince or fish pieces. You can actually try out various variations with this sauce. Now to make the sauce, we will take another wok and we will add in a little bit of oil. I am using non-stick vessel, so I do not need to use a lot of oil. So you could also do that, use a non-stick wok, so you end up adding very little oil. Manchurian sauce is slightly spicy, so I need good amount of green chilies. If you like it mild, you add in little less, but you make sure that you add enough green chilies. So, let us start with the sauce. After we add in the oil, we will first add in garlic, because garlic takes a little longer to cook, and that is like a lot of garlic, ginger. All of this is chopped garlic, chopped ginger. Green chilies I will add in a little later. So, you need to saute this till the raw flavor of garlic goes away. So, you will saute this nicely. And what do you have this Manchurian with? You can have it with just plain steamed rice. You could have it with say vegetable fried rice, Hakka noodles. If you do not have rice at home and you are too bored and you want to make Manchurian only, just have it with bread. Tastes yummy. Okay, now we will add in the spring onion white. Okay, now let us saute this. You do not have to fry the onion till it is golden, just lightly saute the onion. Now we will add in green chilies, this much, yeah, that is sufficient. I also do not like it very spicy. Now we will add in vegetable stock. If you are using chicken, add chicken stock, and if you do not have stock at home or you are too bored to make stock, just add plain simple water. After you have added the stock, you need to wait till it comes to a boil. In the meanwhile, let us add some flavorings to this. We will have to add in soya sauce. Manchurian is a little darker in color, so a little more of soya. Yeah, that is it. Then we will add salt, yeah, a little bit of salt. Salt we can always adjust a little later. White pepper powder, little bit. Very little sugar. Why sugar? See, sugar is not for sweetness. Sugar is to cut the sourness of the soya sauce, or we are going to be adding in a little bit of vinegar as well. So, a little bit of that. And now you see it is coming up to a boil. In the meanwhile, let us get some cornstarch ready. Cornstarch. We will add some water, or I have vegetable stock here. You could do with that as well. Let us add some vegetable stock or water. Now this is going to bind the sauce well, and once the sauce is nice and thick, we will add in the Manchurian balls to this. How much of cornstarch? Add in little by little, very little, and see if it thickens. If it thickens, then you do not need to add more, but if you feel that like we added a little bit, it is not as thick as we want, so we will add in a little more. Here it goes. But what I feel now is the color is a little light and Manchurian is darker in color. So, I am going to add a little more of soya sauce also. Little bit of soya. Yeah, this is the right color. The consistency is just fine. Now, before we add in the Manchurian balls, let us taste and see if everything is all right, or if we need to add any more flavorings. It's spicy, but it's tasty, and we'll add in the Manchurian balls in this, but we'll have to switch off the gas. Now, after you've added these balls to the sauce, you leave it in this for 15 minutes before you serve, because we've just added in, and now the balls will soak in the sauce, and it will be ready to serve. Garnish it with little bit of spring onion greens. Yummy! Your vegetable Manchurian is ready. I am going to be showing you similar yummy tasty recipes on Sanjeev Kapoor Khazana, so keep watching.